Hello everyone, happy Friday. Let's have a quick look at the charts. So structurally, there's no change on Bitcoin. The 27,500 level is still holding. I think we will continue consolidating over the weekend, and then maybe next week we will move towards the 29K area. That's still my base case, as long as 26,800 at this point around here holds or is not lost through candle closes over the weekend. I still think we see another leg up, and as I mentioned, maybe a little ABC, and then continuation towards 30K. Let's have a quick look at the stock markets. So let me clean this up a little bit, just to show you some other calculations with the fib. So from this high to this low, we got the bounce, rejection in the key retracement area. So this is actually a classic ABC, and the C wave could take us all the way down to the 50% retracement level on the higher time frames. Let me just bring that back. So 4,156, or bounce right from here. If we bounce from here or the 50% retracement level, I will adjust my fibs, just a second, to the C wave here, measured from the B wave top, swing high, to the C wave bottom, which may or may not be in yet. So my point being that wherever the C leg ends, the bounce after that, if it rejects at the 61.8% or 70.2% retracement levels again, then I will go short on the stock markets, targeting these lows here at around 3,800. If the 78.6% level gets flipped, and then we can be on our merry way. But this has become a very key structure here. If it ends in the ABC and then just continues moving back up, or if the correction will actually continue and go deeper towards the liquidity that's resting beneath this swing low and this swing low. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Clean this up a little bit. So the Nasdaq, in comparison to the S&P 500, is still stronger, but as I mentioned in my last update, we are seeing lower low, lower high structure developing here. So at this point, unless we make a higher high from here, about $15,619, the way to the 50% retracement level seems to be open. The Dow, same as the S&P 500. Let me show this on here too. Same thing, rejection at the key retracement level, A, B, C, and then I will be adjusting my fibs depending on where the C wave swing low comes in, and then watch for either an impulsive 5-way up move taking out this swing high, or like my explanation on the SPX, rejection in the key retracement level area here, and then heading for lower liquidity. And the one that sticks out most on the Dow would be here at around 40 31,430. So this is my bearish scenario. This is the rather bullish scenario. Let's see what will happen. And the 50% retracement level on the higher time frames, yeah, it's almost around here. So a bounce from here could lead us back into these key retracement levels, and we absolutely have to pay attention at the reaction over here. If it cannot even push above the 50% retracement level, we should be on high alert. But for now, my base case is still that we will at least get a pull or a bounce back into the key retracement area, and then we will have to see what the reaction will be like. Ethereum has dropped back under the $1,626 level yesterday. Today it's giving it a bearish retest, at least in the Asia session so far. So we will have to see how the Friday candle closes. Then I think over the weekend not much will happen. But ultimately this scenario became more likely, especially if we do not close Friday above the $1,626 level. ADA looking all right here, so it had a little push up. Dip back under the 50% level. Let me turn this into the ICT-OTE version. We could see a further pullback towards the 62% or 70.5% retracement level, but chart structure wise, actually since this pivot low here at 24 cents is getting respected mostly, I am tending or I'm leaning towards more upside from here, even if we get a little pullback over the weekend maybe. The low should be in 22 cents and especially 24 cents. But if you are going too long, I would keep my stop loss under 22 cents in case we get some volatility or news, FUD, etc. But generally looking bullish, only if we lose 24 cents and then mainly 22 cents. I will be looking for longs back at the 18 cent or 19 cent area. But for now, chart structure wise, it does look like the temporary low is in. AVAX looking strong here. Let me clean this chart up a little too. So actually pushing back above $10.40 as we speak. Let's see if we can get a candle close above or within this area at least, and then hold it over the weekend, and then it may be time to look for some longs on AVAX 2. Ultimately, I would be happy if $11 gets flipped, retested, and then we just burst through it. But right now, it's looking good, and we just need to see a few more candle closes maybe, and then we should get a clearer picture. Solana has not quite reached the potential entry area I had mentioned. I want to give an alternative entry here based on the 4-hour time frame. Just hide these real quick. So this would be a rather aggressive entry. An alternative entry would be a measured move from the swing low here all the way to the top. Then have the 62%, 70.5% and 79% retracement levels marked, and in this area would be a more defensive entry or a more conservative entry. So at around 20.5 to $21, maybe an area of interest. So if we see price drop beneath the 62% retracement level, I will also set myself an alert here at the 70.5% retracement level. I may look for longs because the altcoins have been showing some strength now, and since the crashing structure I had mentioned in previous videos has been invalidated now, my base case for Solana is that the low is in at around $17.3. So we really shouldn't see price drop under this unless the whole market collapses. And so my base case now is look for longs and target the swing highs here. This is not a swing high, but the highs here in general. So last two coins I will check today is DOT and LTC, because they are structurally interesting. So let me just clean everything up here for a second. We do see consolidation beneath a high time frame important level, and if we are bullish on the altcoin market in general, which I am turning, just a second, yeah, so this is our consolidation range now, the swing low from October 2020 and the swing low from December 2022. If we see a break back above, this break was okay, but we didn't get the confirmation. So if we see a sustained move, and once the daily candle gives us a close, at least 2 or 3 daily candle closes, consolidation pattern here, then I will actually look for longs on DOT as well, and my targets would probably be the area at around these swing highs here. So assuming that I will get an entry at around there, and the low is in at $3.91.5, then a long like this would make sense. Lastly, Litecoin. Let me clean this chart up as well. So we do see some consolidation, similar to what DOT is going through. This low has been respected so far. It didn't get breached, and the consolidation is to the upside, although we can consolidate for a few more days, even weeks in here. Ultimately, if Litecoin manages to break up back above $70.75, I would be dropping to the lower time frames and look for a long, and then target the swing high here, and that would look something like, assuming I enter here, something like this. And you may wonder, is a 50% pump reasonable? And I think so. This, of course, will not play out in like 1 or 2 days. This can take some weeks, even months. But ultimately, I think since Bitcoin is on the way up, and even if we get an ABC, which may take us into November, ultimately, I think we will see the break upwards towards 31,000, 32,000, and even 34,000 within this year, probably. So the altcoins do show some high potential, but we have to keep in mind that the SPX, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones, they are in a kind of danger zone from here. And if all of crypto, like Bitcoin and the altcoins, start pumping while this bounce happens in the stock market, and then the stock market, or the stock market indices, at least the major 3 ones that I have been covering, all reject at key retracement levels from their ABCs right now, then I would get very cautious on crypto as well. But we will discuss that scenario when the time comes. That's it for this week. Have a nice weekend, and see you again next Wednesday.